Oh my god! The 54 centimeters tall DST Devastator finally stood up. It is really huge. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Model Express channel. Today we bring you the third member of the Construct Icons team, Load Warrior, produced by DST, which corresponds to Long Haul. The box still uses the old packaging design, with a colorful cover on the front and photos of the transformed Long Haul on the back. To be honest, the design of this Long Haul is really unexpected. Other Long Hauls are very burly due to their deformation, but DST's design takes into account the deformation while still keeping the same size as other team members. This shows that DST's design is really thoughtful. I have previously made a preview of Long Haul's transformation speculation, which is basically the same as I thought. Let's take a look at the performance of this product to see if the hip problem I was worried about in the preview still exists and whether it affects the load-bearing capacity after the combination. The feeling in my hand is that it is heavy enough. Secondly, all the joints are gear joints with little gap, in order to take into account the stability after the combination. The mobility of the toy itself does not need to be too much, and basically all the joints can meet the needs of mobility. The beauty of DST has never been a point of concern, but after playing with it, I found that the gear joints at the root of the thigh were not adjusted to a very tight degree, but the knee joints after the combination were tight to the point of madness. In the video, you can hear the crisp sound of the gear joints, and the tightness brings a good sense of stability. The outward pull butterfly joint on the chest and the flat rotation joint design on the thigh are highlights. The movement of the legs is slightly interfered, mainly because of the trade-offs made for the deformation design. Overall, it is relatively perfect. The weapon accessories are a battle axe, a large gun, and a front skirt for combination. The battle axe can be combined and extended, and the axe blade can be carried on both sides in vehicle form. The large gun takes into account both the individual form and the combined form, and can be stored under the vehicle to fill the gap. The front skirt is formed by the transformation of Megatron's hips. To be honest, in the combined form, Megatron seems less important. It was also previously announced that Megatron's 2 legs will transform into Devastator's 2 forearms. Let's take a look at the deformation process. It's hard to describe the shock I felt when I saw the huge Devastator after the fusion. Although I have also completed DST01 Super Ion and Tsong Toy's Predaking, both of which are over 50 centimeters, I was still very excited when I saw DT's Devastator trying to stand up. Mecha_Invasion's 38cm Devastator looked particularly mini in front of it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the review product, so I couldn't demonstrate the situation of standing on two legs like other YouTubers did. I could only let Devastator perform a one-legged stand. This Devastator looks sturdy, but still has a beautiful body proportion. It is not a traditional Devastator, but more in line with modern people's aesthetics of machinery. The product still maintains the DST deformation design, and the various buckle points are locked in a ring, making the stability of this product very good. The deformed accessories are combined into various parts of Megatron, which makes people less disgusted. But there is still a paradox about the load-bearing and tightness of the knee joint after the combination. The plug-in design and several locks are obviously not enough for the stability of the load-bearing. The tightness of the knee makes it difficult to bend the knee in order to increase stability. But after all, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I believe that the combination is the first goal, and sacrificing a little bit of mobility is also within an acceptable range. After all, who would not want to play with a half-meter-high combined giant? Okay, that's it for today's video. Bone Crusher is now available for pre-order and is expected to be officially launched in July or August. I will still make videos for you. I'm going to build a bigger shooting platform for the next shooting. See you in the next video.